Or can we come up with a more clarified definition of these vehicles or emergency vehicles that we use? Because the fire truck can be considered as an emergency vehicle. And in some cases in Quezon City, tricycles are being used as supposedly emergency vehicle as well. So can we come up with a standard for it to be so that LGUs, most of, I'm not saying that most, but for now, because of the pandemic, DRN officers or offices are expected to respond to all kinds of emergencies. Is there with this workshop, can we come up with something to that subject or topic? Mr. Faves?
Yes. So, yung difference na, actually yung ambulance, it's supposed to respond to emergency cases, no? So, yung talagang purpose naman talaga is to save lives, no? So, pag ambulance, tinatawag namin, emergency case ang kinikita niyan. Yung patient transfer vehicle, kaya hindi namin nililisensya. It is only need to be registered kasi non-emergency cases yan for the patient transport. Kung kunyari, hindi niya kayang pumunta doon sa mga dialysis centers natin, tutulungan ng patient transport vehicles. No? Yung mga ganyan lang. No? So, ambulances lang talaga ang design for emergency cases. Nandun naman mo lahat yan, doon sa administrative order namin na in-issue, no? Yung mga definitions. Supposedly, yung mga patient transfer vehicles, talagang wala dapat sila mga sirens.
Tama po yung sabi ni Sir, no? In terms of the PTVs, supposedly, they are for non-emergencies. Pero ito po ang loophole. I have already mentioned this to the OH. During the time of inspection and application for the licensing, PTVs or vehicles that should be PTVs or patient transport vehicles are not being inspected as a vehicle. Nung po nagdala ako ng ambulansya namin for ambulance licensing for type 1, since of course personnel din ang nakamatch doon, we brought the ambulances there. They have to be inspected and they have to be checked. But when I asked what is their basis to classify or put into a PTV, ang sabi po nila, registration. You bring the vehicle registration, motor vehicle registration to the office or to the licensing division of the OH, and then they will be granting you. Mas easy. So ito po ang uniqueness ng Pilipino. Yan. I will bring my ambulance, I will bring my vehicle and register it as a PTV. After a while, I will put my blinkers and my sirens there. So tumatakbo ako ngayon, ambulansya. Ito pa confusing. Patient transport vehicle, ambulance. Diba? Dalawa na yung marking. So this will be now the basis of LTO and the apprehending officers. The moment it is there as PTV, may sirens and blinker, correct me sir if I am wrong, na dapat wala. So, violation. So they have to be apprehended na. Pero the problem is, may pasyente sa loob. So this is what they are trying or what we are trying to come up now. How do we apprehend? Kasi at the end of the day, may pasyente ka sa loob. Tapos si Pinoy argumentative. Makikipagdebate si driver. There's a violation, there's a patient. What should the enforcers consider during those time? So technology-wise, QR codes, click. Pag hindi registered or hindi licensed, report, and then write to the agency concerned who owns the ambulances. Makikita naman kay LTO, tama po ba? Who owns and who has the vehicle registration. Doon po ang loophole. Ano ang pwedeng magawa? Be it PTV or be ambulances, andun na dinadala. PTV should also be physically inspected. Na-mention po natin yan during the Tagaytay consultative meeting with the OH, na sabi namin, kailangan ma-inspect si PTV para mawala. And kami po sa TESDA, I also run the school, there are series of audits that are being done. Ang private po na provider sa DOH is 3 years ang approval ng licensing. ang hospital is yearly coinciding with the registration or renewal of the operation of the hospital. So siguro along the way, especially for private or detached or yung standalone, there should be system of audit na nami-maintain ba siya as PTV, yung ambulance ba nami-maintain na yung laman niya ganito. So these are the things that will be answered probably in this orientation and the succeeding na workshop po na mangyayari. Salamat po.
May I also? Doon po kasi sa sinabi ni Sir Fabis kanina, it's very clear under the DOH Administrative Order 2018-01 na ang mga PTV should not bear the marking or the word ambulance. So, reading that with Presidential Decree number 96, kung walang ambulance, kasi the PD96 only allows ambulances to bear the blinkers and the siren. So if the PTVs are not allowed to use the word ambulance, they should not be sporting any sirens or any blinkers. And note, under Administrative Order number 1 that implements series of 1973 of the Land Transportation Office, it provides that the color of ambulances, blinkers, are supposed to be blue. It's very clear. It's under this is, well, it's not older than I, but it's dated 1973, but it applies. That's the law. It's color blue. Ambulances should sport color blue. Blinkers, then it should be blue, as clearly stated a while ago by Director Francis of the Land Transportation Office.
Just a follow-up. Whatever policy we're going to come up with this forum, will it be applicable only along EDSA or for all? Because apprehension at the provincial area usually is with the LGU. So, is it
It will
going to
be
be
applied
nationwide?
nationwide. It will have to be applied nationwide. Remember that the Land Transportation Office and traffic enforcement agencies are also present in all area in the Republic. So it will be having a nationwide effect. Thank you.